Hey Art Freaks! So a little bit of a departure from the video I intended to have this week. I was going to do a continuation of my deep dive into my creative process with the piece that I started last week. But in the week, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket, and I saw something that really pissed me off and really motivated me to do this piece and to do this video. Specifically, just to call out some really crappy human behavior. I love that crisis can bring out the best in us, but unfortunately it also brings out the worst in us. And this, in my opinion, is an example of the worst of us. So, the video format's also a little bit different. I did it in real time and I actually spoke on camera. You should be so proud of me. So, still giving you a little bit of creative process. This is just a quick dive of me doing some research in how other artists have handled this subject matter. And I just realized, rewatching it, that it's a little hard to see the full sketchbook sheet, so I'm going to give you a still, and then we'll dive right into the meat and potatoes of this video. Real quick, statement on U.S. copyright law. Fair use. In its most general sense, a fair use is any copying of copyrighted material done for a limited and transformative purpose, such as to comment upon, criticize, or parody a copyrighted work. Such uses can be done without permission from the copyright owner. In other words, fair use is a defense against a claim of copyright infringement. If your use qualifies as a fair use, then it would not be considered an infringement. So what is a transformative use? If its definition seems ambiguous or vague, be aware that millions of dollars in legal fees have been spent attempting to define what qualifies as a fair use. There are no hard and fast rules, only general guidelines and varied court decisions, because the judges and lawmakers who created the fair use exception did not want to limit its definition. Like free speech, they wanted it to have an expansive meaning that could be open to interpretation. Most fair use analysis falls into two categories. 1, commentary and criticism, or 2, parody. So, why am I looking up historical depictions of Satan and goat references and reading to you the definition of fair use from Stanford.edu? Because Kenneth Copeland is an actual garbage human being and the literal personification of Satan himself.
Put your hand on that television set. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. He received your healing. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I was going to play the whole clip that was posted on Twitter, but I'm watching this as I'm editing, and I just can't do it anymore. Suffice it to say, Kenneth Copeland has a long history of giving people medical advice when he's not a medical professional. He tells everybody that Jesus will heal them, and they don't need to go to a doctor. He even said once that Jesus is your flu shot, so you don't need one. And he was healing people through the television the other night in an effort to raise money because homeboy's got a multi-million-dollar house parsonage that he needs to maintain. So the Twitter video is linked below, but I can't do it. I can't rewatch this, and I can't subject you all to this. I'm so sorry. Okay. This is my last thing, and then I promise I'm going to get to the actual drawing. But, like, he looks like the devil from Poltergeist. And that was before I even looked up a freaking picture of the devil from Poltergeist and was reminded that the character's name is Reverend Henry King. So, look, I'm not really one for conspiracy theories, but I'm just saying that, like, Kenneth Copeland is probably actually Satan. FYI. So let's see if I can get this all done in real time. My, what do you call it? Oh, if I do it in real time, you're going to see how much I stumble over my own words when I'm talking. My armature for my camera isn't set up for this camera that I'm using, and I don't have an adapter right now. So we're going to try to do some of this in real time. I'm using a mechanical pencil today because it's what's here. I don't recommend it. I actually hate using them. But we're gonna use our resources wisely today. And if you hear any cackling in the background, it's because my children think I'm hilarious when I'm making fun of Kenneth Copeland, apparently. Which I actually have no problem with Christianity. And I have no problem with evangelicalism. I went through my own, like, born-again Christian phase, and maybe someday I'll tell you about it, but probably not. But I have a problem with predatory practices. And I have a problem with telling people not to get vaccinated, and incorrect medical information, and using your religion as an excuse to do so. Also, like, this guy is just like a really well-known scam artist. John Oliver did a really good thing a year or two back about seed ministries and prosperity televangelists. Sorry, this is why I usually voice over friends. And they're all just very, well, like Punch just said, Jesus ain't say that, so quoting the great philosopher Omarosa there. So, I went with this little goatee guy for the horns and the ears, because I liked his horns and his ears. And because I think I mentioned, after looking at donkeys and goats, what I originally thought were donkey's ears on one of the medieval references is actually probably goat ears. Because donkey ears, I don't know why I thought donkey ears went down like that. It was honestly probably from The Little Drummer Boy, because I watched that a lot when I was a kid. Do those donkey's ears ever go down? I'm going to blame The Little Drummer Boy for why I think donkey's ears go down. But they don't. So, we're going to use our little goat friend here. And just to make it perfectly clear, I don't think goats are evil. I think Kenneth Copeland is, but I don't think goats are. But since the medieval artists thought that Satan looked like a goat man, and that goats were evil because pagan gods had horns, we're gonna roll with it. Also, no offense to Satanists. I know you guys don't actually, for the most part, do, like, legit Satan with, like, horns and all that. You just sort of like the idea of Satan and hedonism. But for anybody that is, like, rah Lucifer, I don't even think you're as bad as Kenneth Copeland is, to be honest. Like, can we just objectively agree that this guy looks creepy? Like, can we just objectively agree that that is a creepy-looking human being? Okay. I'm glad that we came to that agreement. So, these hands, I gotta get the right picture up, have a lot of foreshortening since he's reaching out to the screen trying to take all your money for himself. Homie's already got a multi-million-dollar pastoral, where's my camera, pastoral living quarters, but he needs more. I think George Carlin said it best. Okay, wait, I'm pausing to get a George Carlin clip from this because I don't want to paraphrase the master.
He loves you and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion, take.
I don't think Jesus needs money. I think Kenneth Copeland and Creflo Dollar and all these charlatans think that they need money because, I don't know, maybe they didn't actually read their Bible. Because, alright, I'm not going into the full story time about my evangelical phase right now, but needless to say, I had one. I had one hard, and I did read the Bible during it. So, yeah, I would honestly highly suggest that these televangelist, I don't know why I can't say that word, these televangelist human dumpster fires should probably go read their Bibles. It's just a thought. Wow, this is super smudgy. I haven't 100% decided what I'm gonna do yet. If this is gonna be a watercolor situation or a just a pen drawing. And like I said, I'm sorry about the jumpiness. Working on setting up a new armature system for this camera that I've got now, because it looks like I'm gonna be using this guy for a few weeks here. So, I saw a thing on Facebook today that was like a virtual craft fair because, you know, everything's getting shut down for Corona. And I was thinking that that might be like a cool idea. They were charging $25, which I honestly just don't have right now because we had to stock up because of all the idiots buying everything up. And I was hoping that like somebody might do it again. Everything's looking like it might be shut down around here for about a month. The college my husband works at hasn't shut down yet, but all the public schools, which, pray for my poor children, irony completely intended, as I'm drawing Kenneth Copeland. Pray for my poor children because they still have to do their school. I mean, all the public school kids do too. They were all sent home with like Chromebooks and worksheets and stuff, but my poor homeschooled children, you can probably hear the clicking and suffering in the background while I'm recording this. I don't even like his stupid hair. Who wears their hair like that? Looks like a used car salesman hairstyle. Actually, that's quite appropriate. Also occurs to me that if my grandmother ever sees this video, she might disown me because she's like gaga over these guys. But I actually don't think I care because she's already disowned me a few times. So I actually was just like banking on the fact that I'm still disowned from the last time, so don't laugh over there. It's your paternal great grandmother. You don't know her because she keeps disowning me. Oh, so I don't think I mentioned, I actually transferred the sketches from the screenshots that I took ahead of time just because I wanted to get all of these more realistic proportions and placements right. And then of course this last one I went and bumped the transfer paper while I was transferring, so it's not right anyway, but that's alright. We'll get it good enough. I don't think your other great-grandmother likes Kenneth Copeland. She's more of a, like, coast-to-coast AM type of person, so... Your maternal great-grandmother.
That's dad's side.
No. Maternal's your mother's side? I thought you were smart. Go back to school. And actually, you're right. It wouldn't be your paternal great-grandmother. It would be your maternal paternal great-grandmother.
So,
My father's mom keeps disowning me. And she is one of the people that is very easily suckered in by guys like Kenneth Copeland. So even though you'd hate it, this is for you, Grandma. Hopefully you don't give all your money to this guy, but you very rarely have money anyway, so
Mama,
you probably can't.
I have a funny story to tell you about.
Alright, let me pause for a second. Good boy has a funny story to tell me. That pause break brought to you by Punches using her brother's real name on camera. So, I don't know what the hell is going on with his thumb here either. Is it broken? This is not natural. Okay, this is what I'm saying. This shit ain't natural. If it's not natural, it must be supernatural, aka the devil. This is just furthering my belief in my argument that Kenneth Copeland is the devil, and judging him by his weird-ass foreshortened thumb is as scientific as his mumbo-jumbo shit, and it's just as true to the Bible as his, so... Just saying, guys. Just saying. Where are you? I'm like switching back and forth between 3 reference pictures. So, sorry if camera angles get a little wacky here. He's even like in a suit, like the evil guy from Poltergeist. I guess he wasn't the devil, he was like evil ghost pastor. Which just goes to show we'll probably never be rid of Kenneth Copeland, because evil pastors come back from the dead and try to steal Caroline. If you need a quarantine recommendation for a good horror movie, Poltergeist, yo. It is highly, highly underrated. It's one of my favorites. One of the things I usually do with just line drawings is I usually try to avoid the smile lines, even if they're pretty prominent, because they can like instantly age a face, and if they're not, they just don't look like they belong if you don't get them exactly perfectly right. But in Mr. Copeland's case, I'm gonna make an exception, because they actually contribute to his unnatural appearance. So homie's got some really hooded eyes. That is crazy. Now, is he not the creepiest human you've ever seen? Okay, and like his eyebrows, they even do that like pointed, this is a touch screen, so I'm trying not to touch it, that pointed Spock thing, like all the time. It's really bad in that one. And like, okay, Spock had pointed eyebrows like that because they were trying to make him look like the devil, so... I'm just sort of skipping around here, across my little multi-face. Why did I make 3 of him? That's even creepier too. But the thing is, like, he has so many creepy faces that he makes in this one video. And this video is supposed to be about healing people, and he's out here looking like goddamn Reverend Henry Kane. Seriously? Are you for real? Is that the face you make when you're trying to not be a creepy motherfucker? I shouldn't say motherfucker on YouTube. Oops. Put the camera where you're actually drawing, Manda. This is why I usually mount the camera in the first place. And this rambling and more than usual cursing is why I usually do voiceovers. So if you thought I cursed a lot in my voiceover, oh, my friends, you got no idea. So this hand isn't so bad. It's a little foreshortened, but it's mostly up and down. Homeboy's got some knobbly knuckles that are throwing me off a little bit. I don't know why I just had to compulsively crack my knuckle as I was saying the word knuckle, but yeah, he's got some knobbly knuckles that are throwing me off a little bit. It's that last one all the way over to the left that's giving me the real trouble, which is why I kind of started jumping over here. That and I hadn't, wow, that's a finger. Another reference picture, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, hear me out. Snakes. How did I ever forget that OG Satan Bible imagery? Snakes. Snakes get a bad rap, I think. I'm not saying I want one, but they get a bad rap. They're not terrible. Good boy wants a snake. He's like dying to say something over there next to me, but he knows I'll yell at him if he interrupts my video again. Punches does not want a snake. I do not want a snake, only because, like, we live in New York. What if the heat goes out? Poor snake ain't gonna make it. Maybe some weird goat pupils here too. Yes. Goat pupils. Oh, come on, focus. Focus on the goat pupils. Focus. Goat pupils. We're gonna need to open this a wee bit more here. Oh, I like that. That kind of looks like a snake mouth. That little bit right there. Heh. And that covers up that awkward ass thumb that I was having trouble with. Need a better eraser. Where's a good eraser? This is hard to draw one-handed too. I never realized how dependent I am on, like... Okay, I gotta put you down to erase. I never realized how dependent I am on using both of my hands just for something simple like drawing. Also, I'm a wimp and my arm is getting tired. Oh, Lord. What is wrong with me? Oh, so many things. Also doing a surprising amount of invoking Jesus in this video for someone who's, you know, turning a pastor, reverend guy into Satan. But we do what we can around these parts. You know, I think I've drawn this before. I'm gonna have to go back through my sketchbooks. I'm like 99% sure I've drawn this before. I'm a little carried away here. That's a big head compared to the rest of the snake. Let's just rein it in there a little bit, guys. Or, you know, make the rest of the snake a little bit bigger. Cover more of that weird-ass thumb thing he's got going on. I gotta erase again. There's a little snake eye on there, my friend. You have one, I presume. When I was little, one of my grandmothers, I think the one that's disowned me several times, gave me this, like, Bible anime. It was called Superbook. Oh, crap, that was my palette. Okay, I'm going to tell this story after I clean up my mess. Okay. Now that I've cleaned up, what was I doing? Oh, I was fighting the snake, because his little snake mouth is like not... I don't know how to draw snakes, apparently. Which, I mean, I probably could have told you that. What was I talking about before catastrophe struck? Oh, yeah. So, I think my grandmother that semi-frequently disowns me got me this, or maybe my parents got it. Somebody got me this little, like, Bible anime when I was little called Superbook. And I only had like 2 VHSs because I'm old enough for VHS. And one of them was about the Garden of Eden. And there was a little purple snake. And I liked him a lot. Even though he was the bad guy, I wasn't supposed to like him, but I did. So it probably should not come as a shock to anybody that I am I don't know how I was going to finish that sentence. Sorry. The devil? I mean, I don't think I'm the devil. I think Kenneth Copeland is the devil. My in-laws probably think I'm the devil. Maybe if they knew that I liked the snake in Superbook, they wouldn't have been surprised. So this guy, I think, is a taxidermied snake. So I can't entirely tell what's going on with that eye. So we're just gonna fudge it here. Oh, wait, what if I give the snake a goat eye? Oh, that's creepy. Yeah. You're a creepy guy, aren't you, Mr. Snake coming out of his mouth? And I feel like for dramatic effect, we need more snake. Like, he's just all... I don't understand what the whole thing about a snake coming out of Satan's mouth is. I don't really get it. I mean, it looks revolting, to be sure. It makes me gag just thinking about having a snake. But I don't get why that's like a thing. Okay, I can't put off this stupid, weirdly foreshortened hand any longer. Let's go. Time to party. Mr. Kenneth Copeland's hand that I can't. It's just gonna look bad. I'm just gonna apologize right now. This is just gonna be a bad, weird, chunky looking hand. I got nothing I can do for it. Nothing that can be done for it. Could probably, like, maybe play it up a little bit. Or I could just unforeshorten it. Which isn't, you know, true to the source material. But I just can't with that hand. Like, did I just draw it completely wrong? Is it not as foreshortened as my brain thinks it is? We're gonna try that theory. That it's not as foreshortened as my brain thinks it is. We're also gonna try the theory that his fingers are just weird and knobbly and possibly broken, because broken body parts are creepy. And there's a reason why body horror is a thing. And I think, I don't know, it's not exactly right. That looks weird. That's not awful, right? His fingers look weird and knobbly and broken, but like, they actually do look weird and knobbly and broken. I think I lost some of the ear though. So I'm gonna go put my little goat man's ear back in here. I'm gonna do it a little bit higher this time. I know it looks a little bit confusing right now. It's because I need two hands to erase. And the thing is, I actually do find something quite beautiful about religion. There's something really nice about being able to come together and being like supportive of each other. And there's something nice and comforting in praying and believing that somebody in this universe has some fuck-all clue of what's going on. But it really bothers me when people use that to take advantage of others. And when they exploit the faith that others have in their higher powers, that's really not cool. And I don't know of any religion that an actual legit interpretation of it is to take advantage of other people and convince them to send you money by saying that you can heal them from coronavirus through the television. Or some of the horrible things. I think I mentioned John Oliver had a good piece on this a while back. Some of the horrible things that televangelists have said they could do. Like, if you sent them money, God would pay off your credit card bills. Okay, I'm bad at economics, and I know that's not how it works. Or saying, like, they had one woman talk who didn't get her cancer treatments, her mother didn't get her cancer treatments, because she thought that God would heal her if she sent them enough money. So, fuck these guys. And I think it's time for ink. So, let's see how long I last using this pen. It's the Faber, there you are, Faber Castell Pitt Artist Pen SB. It's not that I don't like this pen. It's just that I kind of prefer my own brush. Also, I think this particular one is drying out a little bit, but we'll see how long I last trying to use this. And yeah, that's how long I last. This is too frayed and dried out to get kind of point I want right now. So, here is my fine tip. Where are you, little? There you are. A little poor painter guy, because I'm like weirdly obsessive. Oh, I definitely need two hands for this. Just go back for a second. Opening my inkwell. Okay. Yeah. My little portable painter guy is still like what I'm grabbing the most for really fine stuff. And it's not even that I don't have other fine, oh wow. You see? Not gonna focus, is it? How hooked that brush is? Let's see if this is even fine enough. Yeah, it seems to be doing good. Actually, maybe this might be my finest point, because a lot of my brushes are synthetic, and I just have to, I haven't done a boil bath in a while, so they're all getting kind of hooked ends there. Hello, I'm recording.
What?
I said hello, I'm recording.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just letting you know. Now the groceries are put away. I don't even know if I was saying anything before. Sometimes when I get working, I zone a little bit. It's another reason why I usually do a voiceover. Okay, maybe I exaggerated that peaked eyebrow a little bit. I have absolutely no idea why I started in the middle here when I'm using a brush and ink, because that's gonna make life tricky. Guess I could go do the right side first. Can't even entirely tell what's going on with his hair, but it looks weird. Like, wasn't this a popular style in the 80s, maybe? Oh, you know what he looks like? Oh, his hair looks like George H.W. Bush, I think. Let me go remind myself what George H.W. Bush looked like when he was president. Yeah, look at that. Homeboy's got H.W. hair from, like, the 80s. He's got 1980s George H.W. Bush hair. That's so weird. Why would you think that's still a good style? I mean, it's just another clear indication that it can't be Jesus he's talking to, because I'm pretty sure Jesus would give him better fashion tips. Shit, now I gotta try to stop. Like, I can't see George H.W. Bush anymore. I gotta see creepy-ass Reverend Henry Kane, because otherwise this is just gonna go very Bush. Which out of context would probably get me in trouble with YouTube. George Bush. Sorry. Apparently I am a 12-year-old boy. No milk at the store at all?
No.
Well, that's fun.
Well, there was silk.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether or not they would be.
I don't mind silk. I don't know if the kids have ever had it before, if they mind silk.
Silk.
I'm recording still, by the way, again.
Audio again?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna record and use this
I'm fine with it.
audio too. Do you even know what silk is?
I think so. Sometimes,
It's soy milk.
yeah, sometimes at school if they ran out of normal milk, I had to,
This is like Punches Reveals All episode. The children were once public school.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. I'm gonna pause for a second so I can discuss this milk situation. Does he look too much like George W. Bush now? Does he still look like Kenneth Copeland? Fuck. Okay. Pretty Husband thinks he still looks like Kenneth Copeland. And since I can't hear you yelling at me through the internet that I don't know how to draw and he looks like George H.W. Bush now. Although, okay, but to be fair, and I think it's the hair, Kenneth Copeland and George H.W. Bush do kind of look alike. But I don't think H.W. looks more like Reverend Henry Kane. Does that make sense? Am I babbling incoherently at this point? Should I warn you once again that this is why I don't do This is why I don't record videos like as I'm doing them. I do my audio later as a voiceover. And a little hair splitting on this brush. But it's synthetic, so a boil bath will take care of that. Yeah, that's why I like this brush a lot, actually, lately. I like I'm just using the small end right now. And you get a pretty good, it's a damn fine, nice line variety there. Oh, I didn't even mean to rhyme that. Oh my lord, I'm so distractible. I'm so sorry to whoever is listening to this hot mess of a video right now, because I am so distractible when I am drawing. I also think I'm like the funniest thing ever when I'm drawing, so... Yeah, so this is what a date has included me smudging ink, because I don't learn. I'm not even going to congratulate myself for not smudging that one, because that's just going to jinx me for one of the other two. Alright, let's attempt to have some sort... Oh, but then I'm going to smudge this way. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. Dry! Should I include his teeth? I pencil drew some teeth in there. He's got teeth in the thing. Oh, you know what, teeth? I can't draw teeth. So they actually automatically make people I draw look creepier. So let's put his teeth in. I don't know why I can't draw teeth. I'm just never learned how to do that in art school. So if you want to learn how to draw teeth, don't go to art school. You'll pay $50,000 to not learn how to draw teeth. Although those actually don't look bad, except they look small. Let's give you another tooth over there. That's better. Is that creepy? Oh my god. Did I draw teeth like decently the one time I wanted to draw creepy teeth? What is my life? Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. Actually, I should switch to the proper reference photo, because reference photos are your friend. That was a very black line, Amanda. Why did you make that line so thick and black? Got a good reason for that? Nope. Fingers. See, I hate to be all like, coronavirus ate my homework, but actually that legitimately is why I'm using this camera that I'm using right now, which is my phone. because I can usually borrow a camera from another source, but thanks to coronavirus, it is now being used to help provide remote instruction. So I cannot borrow it for the foreseeable future, but that's fine. I've got my armature that I usually use to hook the camera up to for desk shots, and I've still got my Gorilla Pod. Those things are mine. So as soon as I can get the 3D printer pen to cooperate, I'm gonna build a little, oh, I almost got ink in my hand. I'm gonna build a little tripod adapter that I can put my phone in. I already started drawing it, but the pen was wigging out on me. It hasn't been used in a while. Pretty husband thinks he might have to go resolder something in it. He's gonna take a look at that this weekend. And that will fix my shaky cam problems and my, like, give you a good flat shot so you can see, because you've been at kind of an angle this whole time. Oh, where's my goat? Totes my goats. Why did we say that? Did we think we were witty? Totes my goats? What does that even effing mean? Nobody has goats. I mean, other than like farmers. And me, like I'd like a goat, but... Okay. I don't know why I decided like this was where my light source was, but decisions were made. This is how we live our lives now. Also, if you need a good apocalypse movie, for your coronavirus watching, How I Live Now is a good one. Book is good too. Oh, I never gave him a beard anywhere. And it's too late now because the last one that I haven't inked the face, I forgot that this phone cuts out every 10 minutes. So did we discuss creepy teeth with gums? I don't know where it cut out, but I was talking about how teeth are creepier when you can see the gums, and now it doesn't want to, there you go, focus. So I wet some key areas while I was transferring files over, because I also filled my SD card. So Speedball ink doesn't travel great in water, but it travels pretty good. Good enough for what I'm doing. This is a little bit why I was back and forth about ink or watercolors, but I think I'm just stinking with ink today. Yeah. Okay, so on to the last one. And I just realized if I timed out, so if you're finding this exceedingly obnoxious to watch, first of all, you do know that you can just click away. Second of all, just tell me you prefer short art videos. And I will probably believe you. That won't stop me from making long ones, though. I'll just make long ones and then apologize for them being too long. Sorry if it seems like I'm hurrying through this one. I kind of want my dinner. Also, like I said, my arm is getting tired. Ears are always tricky for me too. I feel like I always draw kind of a generalization of an ear, which my figure drawing instructors would constantly yell at us for doing. And I don't know why. When it comes to ears, I just never broke the habit of drawing what my brain thinks an ear looks like. At least when it comes to human ears. Goat ears aren't half bad. There's my little snake friend. That's the wrong snake friend. I swear I've drawn this guy before, and he was just as hard then as I'm having trouble with now. I probably should try to put some scales or something in, but I have absolutely no confidence in my ability to draw scales. And actually, oh, I remember why I brought up the topic of Superbook before. The purple snake that I liked in Superbook, they did not draw any indication of scales whatsoever. So, this is my little homage to you, Superbook. Because I wore the shit out of those VHSs. I do not know why I was so damn obsessed. It's probably not surprising I went through a born-again Christian phase, actually. Because that one grandmother that frequently disowns me bought me all kinds of Jesus stuff when I was little. She bought me a Precious Moments Bible that I'm pretty sure I still have. She bought me a bunch of Precious Moments stuff, but like the Precious Moments guy was very, very Jesus-y, so a lot of Precious Moments stuff had like Psalms and stuff in it. The little Precious Moments books. That mouth looks terrible now that I've committed it to ink, so we're just gonna pretend. Yeah, she got me the same grandmother got me Superbook, got me my first Bible, got me just, she was really hoping, I think, that I would be one for the Jesus. And I like him. He's a pretty cool dude. But just not how I've chosen to commit my spiritual life. I do think the Bible's worth reading, though. Both because of how much of an influence it has on current society. Supposedly, I don't actually believe that most of these people that claim to be doing it for Jesus have read the Bible, but it's also an interesting read. It's not like poorly written as religious texts go. And I do, like I said, I dig Jesus' vibe. I too am all love and peace and feed people, and prostitution ain't inherently bad, and beat up people that, what were they doing in the temple? Like using it for like commerce and shit. And make fun of fake religious people that have to pray in public to be all, ooh, look at me, look at how I'm praying. Or fake religious people that ask you to send them money to be healed. So yeah, I hope this isn't taken as a blatantly anti-Christian piece. This is just a blatantly anti-Kenneth Copeland piece, and a blatantly anti-televangelist, send me money, you don't need medical care because Jesus told me to tell you on TV that you don't need medical care. I'm anti that. Basically, I'm anti-human trash. And this is about as trashy as it gets. So, think we're going to call that good. Kenneth Copeland, I hope you actually burn in actual hell for everything that you have done, but particularly right now during the coronavirus pandemic. I'm pretty sure you have a special place there. Feel free. Any one of these 3 looks that I've custom designed for you when you're burning for all eternity is yours to use for free. And I guess we're like reminding each other to wash our hands and shit. So be safe. Social distancing is your friend. We'll see you later. Oh yeah, what's my outro? Yeah, YouTube's going to be suggesting another video that you might like if you like what you've seen here today. If you like what you've seen here today, I like you. And I'm not going to tell you to subscribe or any of that stuff because I don't tell you how to live your life. And go art something today. See you later. Bye.